Joey up here at Chester Frost Campground in Hixon, Tennessee, just outside Chattanooga. It's our first time staying up here. Staying up here for Memorial Day weekend, and we just happened upon this site. We were looking at different sites. We earlier this year came up and went to the aquarium, got season tickets, so we thought we'd take advantage of that this weekend. Find a campground up here near this area. It's a beautiful area up here. Really happy with the campground. This is our site up here. There's probably about 200 sites. It's about what I counted. You've got RV sites as well as tent camping. Each site has water and electric. There is no cable. The Wi-Fi up here is real weak. But they do have multiple dump stations. They have several bathhouses, all very convenient, very nice, very clean. They do have showers. And the great part is you are actually on the lake up here. In fact, it's kind of surrounded by water, so it's kind of on an island. You're up here at Chickamauga Lake. You're at Harrison Bay, Dallas Bay. I think I've said it all right. It's a real nice campground. Just kind of turn the camera around and show you everything. And you see it's the site 157. We kind of booked it late, and so we didn't have the opportunity to get one of the lake views. Several lake sites, real nice. But this is site 157. Each site has its own fire ring. What we like about it, this is our neighboring site, site 156. But while we don't have any shade on the back side of the site, you have this real grassy area. You got a little squirrel right over there. Been seeing chipmunks. Saw raccoons last night. Also saw about a half a dozen deer. But we like this site a lot, very spacious. If you go back behind, you got this oak back behind us that also creates some shade on the back side of the site. But looking back, you see there's the bathhouse right behind us. Again, real shaded area. And if you look on the back side of our site, you see that pontoon boat, and there's the lake. So you're just a few steps away from the lake. But this is on the back side of our camper. You see there is electric. There's the water hookup. The site wasn't completely level. Did have to use the Anderson leveling blocks to kind of stabilize a little bit. But again, if you go back behind, you got these pretty trees. And then you got the bathhouse. I believe there's plenty of room back on that back side. You've got, I think there's 7 shower stalls in the one near us. And then of course there's the men and women's and also a laundry facility. So it's a nice little weekend campground. Nice little, very convenient area to downtown Chattanooga. I know we're planning on going here in a few minutes. We're gonna head downtown, go to the aquarium for a little while, get a little bit of lunch, and then come back, spend all day tomorrow, Memorial Day, at the campground. They've got their own little beach area. They've got all kinds of water activities as well. If you look, it's a laundry facility. It is coin only. It is not, I know some of the new campgrounds have it where you have, you can use your credit card. This one is not a newer one. They do have some newer bathhouses I noticed last night. up near one of the playgrounds. That's another thing we liked a lot here. Several playgrounds for the kids to play on. But it is beautiful up here. We really glad we chose to stay up here. We just happened to look at it. We were just Googling campsites near Chattanooga, and like I said, we decided upon this one. Again, guys, this right here is one of the other bathhouses. They've got them all over the place. Very convenient, pretty much wherever you stay, which is really good for if you're staying on a one without sewage. I know anytime we do, we like to have the bathhouses. It's a lot of convenience. We try to use our facilities inside the camper as little as possible. That way we don't have to worry about dumping in between the trip. But another thing I want to show you, they've got the way stations for dogs all over the park if you need to gather up behind your animals. But also, this is a overflow camp area for tents only. But you also have, you can see, there's also frisbee. Anybody that likes to play ultimate frisbee or whatever it is where you throw and try to ring it in the basket, they have several of those set up throughout this campground. Again, just something kind of neat up here. Got some deer up here. We just saw a raccoon up in a tree. Now there's about a half a dozen deer. It's one of the campgrounds, just about a 2-minute walk from our campsite. Real nice. What we like about it, me and Rachel. Right here on the back side, you got some nice seating in the shade. But nice little playground. It's designated for children 5 to 12, with supervision recommended. We, of course, spent time up there with them. You also, up on the back side of the campground, or the playground, should I say, you got a swing set, 4 regular swings, and then 2 of the small children's swings. But again, look at that view. Going down at the bottom, again, a beautiful day. And you got a great view of the lake. Again, there's several lakeside campsites. We unfortunately were not able to get one because we booked kind of late, so we are not on the lake. But again, we're very happy with our site. Again, site 157. We would book that site again. I would try to get a site with the with a lake view. One neat thing about it too, a lot of the lake view sites, or the lakeside sites, people have been just driving their boat right up to the campsite. So there are, it's great up here if you have a boat. So one thing we noticed, one thing we recognized whenever we first got up here, some of the turns are kind of tight. All the sites seem to be pretty easy to get into. However, there are some tight turns. We actually came in and we actually had to circle all the way around to get into our site twice, and so it was a little bit of a struggle. The site, however, was very easy to back into, and looks like there are, for those of you who have difficulty backing in, there are several sites where you just kind of parallel park on the side as well as your back ends. Also several pull-through sites. This is the sites I really wanted to show y'all. This, I would assume, one of your premium nice sites here. They're very reasonable. I believe it's around, I want to say we paid somewhere in the neighborhood of $80, $87 if I remember right, for the with taxes and everything. For the weekend, we were staying 3 nights. and I think I counted somewhere close to 200 campsites, as well as several tent only sites. So if you plan on tent camping, it's a great place for tent camping. Also for whether you have a pool behind or whether you have a Class A, great sites. I will have to say, for my adventure bandits out there, there's one of our Class A's we saw, and believe it or not, they were outside all evening last night. So that, again, some clarification, but we do see, I know when we went to Pandian Ridge and Gulf Shores, we joked around the sites on the lake down there were only for Class A's, and I don't think they ever went outside to enjoy it. But anyway, this is I believe this is the Dallas Bayside. I may be wrong, because I believe this is the Dallas Bayside. Beautiful, beautiful lake, beautiful morning. Big old pretty house across. Again, if you look for some good lakeside camping, this one right here, this is site number 225, and then you have site 226 and 227. Great sites right here on the lake. This lot is vacant, so just kind of made my way out, look at it. Again, electric, and that is not sewage, but it is electric and water only. But again, look, you even got your own little beach area on these sides, which you can see kind of in the distance. That's the beach area for Chester Frost. They have some water activities. Hey guys, it's Memorial Day here at Chester Frost, and we're having a great time. Spent the morning and afternoon down at the little beach area, real nice area. They have a lot of stuff going on. They had a lot of vendors down there today selling different items, such as the shaved ice, and then some fruit juices and different stuff like that. So we had a good time down there. Real nice beach area. One good thing about it, you also have some shaded areas, so if you don't want to sit out on the beach, you can sit back in the grassy area and watch your kids from a distance. But we had a good time there. I think some sites have a site minimum of 2 nights. There's others that have a site minimum of 3 nights. And then you have some that require a minimum of 7 nights. And I think the maximum stay at any site is 14 nights. However, you can possibly stay a little bit longer if you check with the ranger station, or possibly change sites. Again, plenty to do here. You have disc golf. Not very good at it. You have to be good at frisbee to be able to do that. They do have some an area down there for the horses and stuff. I'm not real sure about that, how that works, what they do in that area, but the little stable area down at the bottom. We're up in the Windy Hills area. There's several different sections. We actually like this section a lot. We're, again, not lakefront. I would like a lakefront lot, would have been nice. We might try for that next time, but we did happen upon this kind of last minute. But again, if you have also, there's good trails to ride your bikes on, and of course you can ride your boat right up to your lot if you're one of the lakefront. And there's also several piers, several sections. You have some good camping sections for your campers, but they also have tent only sites. So if you're a tent camper, this is also a great place to stay. And of course, you're just minutes from Chattanooga. And so if you're looking for something to do down in Chattanooga, of course you can do that. We spent the day there yesterday. Went to the aquarium. We also ate at one of my favorite restaurants while there, Puckett's Grocery, which is right in front of the aquarium. And then right across from that, we kind of split our day up. We'll go to the usually the saltwater aquarium, then we'll go eat lunch, then we'll come back and hit the freshwater aquarium, and then by then everybody's hungry, so we kind of go for a little snack. There's a little ice cream shop right across the street, and we'll kind of hit that up and get us some, not just ice cream, but get us some good old cookie dough. It's one of those places that have both. So again, great time. If you've never been to Chattanooga, Chattanooga has all kinds of stuff to do. Of course, you got the lake. Not only do you have the lake, you've got downtown Chattanooga, you got the lookouts. And then, of course, you can go up on Lookout Mountain, and you're just a couple hours away from the Smoky Mountains. You can also go to the Ocoee, doing some river rafting, so you can do some nice little day trips out of Chattanooga. So again, it's a great place to stay, great amenities, several bathhouses. I pointed out the bathhouse right up from us, but also kind of across from us, if you go just right up the hill, back behind that camper, there's another bathhouse up there. There's multiple playgrounds. There's a small playground, I think it's ages like 2 to 5. It's just about a minute and a half walk, and then of course you can go to the other playground. I think it's for ages 5 to 12. It's another just short walk down the road. And again, guys, looking for a good campground, highly recommend Chester Frost. Beautiful views, beautiful campground. Like I said, the only negative I'd have, I wish it was full hookup, but again, there's enough bathhouses, it shouldn't be an issue for you. And they do have multiple dump stations, so you shouldn't have an issue if you had, I can't think of the name, but one of those little sewage dump things you drive behind your car. You can drag one of those up there. So again, highly recommend Chester Frost, and we'll definitely be back here. Of course, any trip is not complete unless you make a pit stop by Cracker Barrel. We had to stop by and get us some meal on the way back home, and then we got to head to work tonight. But one advantage of being on night shift is the fact that we get to leave a day after everybody, but then we also get to go home a day after everybody, which kind of helps out because the roads aren't quite as crowded. So it kind of helps out with traffic, so that is another plus for us. But one good thing about Cracker Barrel, there's always good parking somewhere.